My name is Coyote Salina from the lovely twin island of Trinidad and Tobago, and I love manga. Go figure. Naruto manga 546 God Tree. Now, where they last left off, things were kind of looking up because him and his dad were doing what we call in Trinidad bonks, or in America otherwise they call it a dap, right? So they were dapping or bouncing. They melded chakra from the light and the dark side of the QB, and they were trying to kick some ass. And then Obito, or Jubito, decided to initiate the Moon's Eye plan. And this chapter picks up from there, where he goes all blobby like in chakra mode. You see the Jubi's face, and then it goes all blubbery and stuff. And it begins to turn into a big version of a sunflower or something like that, I guess. A bud, you know, before it blooms. And then the shit starts to shoot straight up into the air. And now remember right now, Naruto and those guys are in the barrier that is that Jubito had put up. He took it down, and the Jubi went into its final form, which was that tree thing. And while it was growing up, it started shooting roots out. And now with those roots now, it just took after the shinobi and went to town on them. It grabbed all of them and started to suck all their chakra out. Now mind you, remember Naruto had dapped or bounced everybody else before that and gave them chakra. However, the roots sucked the chakra out. So people went from somebody fat, I guess, to somebody really, really skinny or anorexic. You know, when you run out of chakra, what happens in the Naruto verse? You're dead. Things are looking really bad. Everybody's being attacked by the trees, and shit is getting real, and everybody's getting fucked up. And then you cut to Hashirama and Madara still fighting. They're fighting and talking, and Madara now explains what's happening right now, what the Moon's Eye plan is about. He explains that back in time, humans were already around, and the Jubi was around as well, but it was far removed from human society, just being a fucking tree, apparently. As typical humans as we be, you know, we beef. And we were fighting, and the princess or queen or whatever at a point in time found out the legend of the tree, found the tree because it was dropping a fruit once every millennia, and you weren't supposed to touch it, but she apparently realized that she could do something with it. I don't know, but she went, found the fruit, ate the fruit, became fucking OP, and stopped the war by herself like a boss. Her name was Kaguya Otsutsuki or something like that. Let me check. Otsutsuki, I think. Yeah, Otsutsuki. She became the first person to use chakra. The first person to use chakra was a woman, and she was badass, and she stopped everything. Never mind, she had to steal a fruit to get it. Whatever. She was bad. It goes on now that he's explaining that she got the fruit, stopped the war, had a child, and the child name was Hogoromo, homosexual, whatever the fuck his name was. I'm gonna find it just now. I'm looking for it right now, so forgive me. And he was born with chakra in him because of his lineage to his mother. And obviously, if you haven't figured it out by now, he is the Sage of the Six Paths. He, however, had to face the Jubi when the Jubi came back for its chakra. Not liking the fact that its fruit was stolen, came back for revenge or for its chakra. He was the one that defeated the Jubi. And obviously everybody knows the story after that. Her name was Kaguya Otsutsuki. And the son's name was Hagoromo Otsutsuki. Homosexual. So he defeated the Jubi, became its Jinchuriki. Madara was saying that even after all these people having power, and the power to change the world and stop wars, fights and world wars still happened. And so Madara was like, well, I spent all this time getting all this chakra and power and knowledge for what? Just to realize that throughout history that we just keep on fighting and fucking things up? Hell no. So he was like, well, you know what, I'm just gonna put everything on the Genjutsu, call it a day, and everybody will just live the way I want them to live, basically. He's actually coming from a place of despair, where he's like, nothing is going to change, everything is in a cycle, and unless something drastic happens to stop it, it's always going to be that cycle. And I think Hashirama actually gets where Madara is coming from now. He doesn't necessarily agree, but I think he actually gets where he's coming from. And he says something very important. He says, when the flower bud of this god tree blooms, now what, along this time while he's speaking, the tree is shooting up into the freaking stratosphere, and he's explaining what's going to happen. The flower is going to bloom, the eye in the middle of it from the Jubi is going to reflect off the moon, and the infinite Tsukuyomi is going to happen. And he's saying, when it blooms, the one to do that will be me. And I'm trying to figure out what the fuck that means. Is he going to somehow take control of the Jubi and control what type of genjutsu or what type of imagery is put onto the world or something like that? I don't know. But apparently whatever plan he had before to stall Hashirama, it's worked, and he is preparing to play his final trump card. Cut back to Naruto. Naruto is in fucking trouble. He has been sucked out of QB mode. Actually, well, yeah, the QB mode. His father is still down to the QB cloak as well. They're practically almost out of chakra apparently and can't do much. And even if that amount of chakra that they have in the cloak mode apparently is not enough to defend themselves. And remember that the trees are still touching them and sucking away chakra. Nobody can save him. Minato is out of chakra. Suiton ninjutsu from the second Hokage isn't working. The first Hokage is tied up with Madara. All the fodder ninja are gone. And Naruto is about to pass out. Being covered by branches and trees or roots or whatever, he's about to pass out. In comes the third fucking Hokage. Breaks all that shit and takes Naruto to the second Hokage, where they teleport to where Sasuke and Jugo are. Now, tell me, where in the world did fuck the third Hokage and Enma come from? Didn't he get hit by the light and dark jutsu from Jubito and had his fucking head blown off? Didn't that happen? Don't you guys remember that? How the fuck did that happen? How did he come back? Because he clearly got hit by the orb. My only guess is that it wasn't he hadn't fully realized the jutsu yet. So all it did was damage. It didn't negate the Edo Tensei as yet. So now they're surveying the situation. Naruto is almost done and out. He can't even stand by him on his own. He's being supported by the third Hokage. Everybody else is standing around looking worried. Those are the only people that really, other than Edo Tensei Hokages and Naruto, that survive is Sasuke, Jugo. I think Sakura is still around. She's only being held together by the slug. I think I saw Sai there as well. They managed to stay out of the way or get away. Oh, Killer B is no longer in Hachibi mode. He is down to scrums. He has Bomaras. What's the name of the sword again? Oh, Sahemada. I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced, but Sahemada, which was Kisami's sword. He has the sword in his hand. He's panting. He's down back to base form. He looks like he could barely stand as well. And then you have one last picture of Obito inside Jubi saying, "Well, you relax. You fought. You guys have endured long enough. Let me take you away from this pain." And then the chapter ends. Oh, actually no. It's actually the last shot is actually the Jubi in the tree mode, looking like the head, when it now started to go up, it started to look like a penis. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why are they drawing it like a penis? But in the end, it looks like a tree with some very large roots. It's going straight up in the air. It gets thinner as it goes to the top, and then it goes into this bulb, which held obviously the Jubi's eye. It's bloomed, so it's open now into a flower, and the moon is starting to fucking disappear. How? I don't know, but it's disappearing, which I guess signifies that the Moon's Eye plan is going into effect, which really and truly, for the first time in the chapter in a long time, I understand that or believe that our heroes are in imminent danger. I have no idea how they're going to get out of this. We don't know where the current 5 Kage is at. We don't know exactly where Orochimaru is. We don't know where Karen is probably with him, so we still don't know where they are. And we don't even know what they could do to help right now, because shit is fucking lost. It looks like all is lost. And the next chapter, they say it's 21 pages, so I can't wait for that. All in all, I give this 4 stars out of 5. It's a very good chapter. It's fucking epic. It really is that good. From a meaningful flashback, if you want to put it that way. The history lesson was well needed. We have the name of the goddamn Sage of Six Paths. It's about time, you know. And the story is actually much more intricate than obviously previously thought. You guys know the rest of the story, but this is a really good chapter. 4 stars out of 5. I like it. It's really cool. It was mind-boggling to a degree. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't know if you did, but it's just me ranting. So I mean, if you want to hear more, if you want to leave comments as to how things can improve, maybe you don't understand my accent if you're not from Trinidad, or maybe you think I speak too fast, maybe you want to hear some music, better music, maybe you want me to give theories or predictions or whatever, anything you want, just let me know what it is, and I'll see what I can do. Thanks again for watching, and laters.